I was wrong about XRP. After years of deep investigation and research, it's finally the moment to come on camera and tell you that I was wrong about XRP. But hold on a second. That might not be the video you were expecting on a Tuesday night. So before panic kicks in, allow me to explain. I once believed XRP would hit $10 and most people would be cashing out. In fact, I have said 1,000 times, retail would be priced out. However, I was wrong about something, not XRP itself. I was completely wrong about XRP hitting $10 and people being still able to jump on the boat, even if late, because they would have the opportunity to actually buy XRP at $20 or $50. But looking to the most recent events in crypto, I have completely changed my mind. I was 100% wrong. Once XRP really starts to rise and do what is intended to do on the new financial system, dissolve the global debt, move value across the globe, and bridge money for some of the largest financial institutions in the planet. So something that happened 3 weeks ago really changed my mind, and now I'm going to bring you factual information to the screen. So you're going to understand why I totally believe I was wrong about XRP's price explosion. In fact, it seems that I underestimated the XRP supply shock that's building under the surface. I'm now truly convinced things will escalate much quicker than I initially thought. So this is good news for you, XRP holder. And this really comes down to the greatest liquidation event in crypto. You shall remember about 3 weeks ago, XRP has crashed all the way to $1.20. If you can see this on the chart here, is this massive red candle, the greatest liquidation event in history. In some charts, XRP even went to 77 cents. Now, what that communicates to me is that we have, number one, extremely tiny order books. So there is very little liquidity on the markets right now. But get this. Tiny order books also means that low liquidity can actually have a massive impact in the price of digital assets. Now, that's bad for digital assets like BTC, because as we know, and I made several videos about the dormant BTC wallets. So all the BTC mined back in 2011 are a systemic threat to BTC. And I'm talking about the dormant Satoshi wallets. I have uncovered that on my videos. However, that's not the same case for XRP. In fact, XRPs are just locked in escrow. We have about 40 billion XRPs still locked in escrow. So we have a massive supply shock that is building under the surface. Now, you imagine how quick the price of XRP is going to rise once there is no more XRP left on the open markets. Considering the tiny order books, if that massive liquidation event has took XRP all the way down to 77 cents, the same thing can happen on the other direction. So I truly believe the buying pressure is going to take XRP way above $10. I'm truly convinced there will be a massive green candle. We can call it an atomic green candle. And definitely retail investors are going to be priced out way beyond what I could expect in the past. There won't be an opportunity perhaps even to grab XRP at $20 or $30. The price explosion will be so great, exchanges will crash. 2 weeks ago, we had a glimpse of orders not being executed. In other words, get your XRP now or cry later. I don't think there will be a middle term. Ripple said to lead 1 billion fundraise to bulk up XRP holdings. So this is just one case that supports what I am telling you right now. A massive supply shock's building up. I estimate there is about 1 to 3 billion XRPs left for retail investors. And that's less than 3% of the entire circulating supply. It's actually way less. We still have large amounts of XRP that are in escrow. The tiny circulating supply is actually going to be the main reason why XRP is going to skyrocket very fast. And yes, the price of an asset really comes down to one simple denominator: buyers versus sellers. And once financial institutions have no other choice but to buy XRP from the open markets, get ready, because things are actually going to escalate so fast that most people will be completely priced out. By the time they hear on the news, on the television, guess what? That will be absolutely too late. I don't even think there will be available XRP on the exchanges. I'm gonna actually create a separated video on the supply shock. I want to bring the updated numbers. I do like to work with factual information and numbers, so I'm working to get the updated numbers about the available XRP for retail investors. That will be a separated video on supply shock. And if you want to trade crypto without KYC, you can do spot, you can do leverage, you can even buy XRP. That's the exchange partner of this channel. You're going to find the link on the description of this video. There is a campaign right now, exclusive. You get a 15% bonus on deposits from 25 October to 25 November. And yes, you can buy XRP without KYC. That's one of my favorite crypto exchanges, over 15 years without any incidents. No hacks, very safe, but always remember, use exchanges to buy crypto, but actually use cold wallets to hold your crypto. Now, if you made this video to the end, drop me a comment. I want to know who are the real ones, and let me know your XRP price prediction for 2025. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Done.